Good evening everyone and welcome to the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League on the PlayStation platform, brought to you in partnership with Gridfire.com. I am one of two commentators for this evening, Malc. Max will be joining us a little bit later on, but he will be with us. He's just running a little bit late, but we might as well start the stream, get everything all set and ready to go. So all the drivers are just getting themselves all prepared, and I do apologise in advance as well, but like I said, we will have the build-up of the Brazilian Grand Prix. We could have the Drivers' Championship already been sealed tonight, depending on how JBH does. We'll go through the standings in a moment or two, but we know the constructors have absolutely killed it, to be fair. So the McLaren team have already won the constructors, so congratulations to them. But this time, we've got 3 races, including the Brazilian Grand Prix tonight, and it's going to be an absolute classic. Hello to Spud. Hey, he says, how's it going? I'm doing very well, mate. I'm doing very well. Hope you came well, and good luck at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Good luck. And ARL, how you doing, mate? He says, holla, hello. And Ruddy, how you doing, mate? Hope you came well. So we're going to go straight into the driver standings quickly. And here we go for the driver standings at the moment. Oh, cheers for the update, Spud. I'll mention that in a minute. I believe Max has just joined us. Good evening to you, Max.
Yeah, good evening, Mike.
It's all right. You're live. You're live now. So whatever you say, talk about it after. All right. It's all right. I'm just going through the standings, mate, and then we'll go through the update as well. So bear with us a sec, mate. So yeah, JBH, 122 points, 50 points already. This could be the race where it will be all decided and everything. So we have to wait and see how he goes against JC Bat in second, Bruce also in that running as well. So in first place with JBH with 122. JC Bat is in second with 72. Bruce Lee is in third with 71. Jack is in fourth with 55 points. Dowell is in fifth with 50. You got Polytrev, who's in sixth with 46 points. Eric Pancakes is in seventh with 43. Ruddo, who's on a fantastic form at the minute, 3 podiums in a row, in eighth with 42 points. And then F4 Richard is in ninth with 40. Offic Red is in 10th with 33. And the rest are under 33 points. I won't go into too much detail with the constructors because they've all been sealed as far as I'm concerned. 110 points the gap. There's no chance that they could catch up, to be fair. So well done to the McLaren team, who are the winners of the constructors with 193 points at the moment and could even further increase. Second place is Red Bull with 82. Third place is Aston Martin with 74 points, joined with Alfa Romeo in fourth as well. And the Mercedes is in fifth with 67 points, and the rest are under 67 points. Let's go straight into the live scenes. Because we won't wait any longer. I'm just going to get everything set up for you guys, so bear with us a sec. Here we go. So we're just watching Nigel Gash now do his lap. So good evening to you, Max. How you doing? Hope you came well.
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thanks a lot. Happy that you're back. We had a tremendous race last week. Very interesting in Australia, so
okay.
I hope it will be the same in Brazil, and plus we have a true title fight. As you just mentioned, GBH might be able to secure the driver's title. I think the calculation is quite simple. I mean, if he finishes ahead of GC Batigol, the title will be his. So it will be nice to see.
It just depends on the points, though, because at the moment it's 50 points. Normally, with the standings as well, Svilas has done a 109.7. 109.6. Sorry, Ruddy is in second. He's in first place with 109.079. That's a good time. Just watching Orange Gash now doing his final few corners at the minute, but it might be possibility that JBH might be the Drivers' Championship winner tonight, depending on how everything goes. It could go all the way to the next race, which is in round 13. Unlucky for some, but hopefully we'll be lucky for JBH, to be fair. So we'll have to wait and see how everything plans out. Nigel Gash did a 109.331. That's a good time. Pi Trevor done a terrible time, 117. And JC Bat is in first place, 108.501. but because Every Pancakes just got ahead with a 108.755 for a brief moment ahead of Ruddy. But Mad C's with Max. So, who are you watching so far?
Well, I'm watching the both brothers, the Rudo brothers. Last week I made a confusion. I thought there was only Rudo, but there was.
Oh, of course, yes.
There is also his brother Matty Rudd, who is driving the Mercedes next to Jack, and Rudo with the Haas.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of expectation on the shoulders of Matty Rudd because his brother won the last 2 races. So I mean, he's in impressive shape. He's super confident. So we have to see what if the other drivers can try to prevent him to basically, because with the level he got, he can basically win. I think the 3 last races of the season. So we have to see.
We have to wait and see how everything plans out at the moment. We've got a few drivers who've just done their laps. Bruce Lee, 108.865. Piotr improved his time from 117 to 109. That's a good time. Now, I do apologise. I should have checked, really. There's 2 Ruddos. So, you got Matty Rudd and Ruddo. That's what I said, Ruddy. So, I'm going to have to say Matty Rudd.
Rudd, I think.
Yeah.
There is Ruddo and there is Rudd. Well, I'm not the best person to talk about how to pronounce name. So.
I'll let you off. I'll let you off just this once, mate, to be fair. Darrell's just moved up to 4th with a 109.063. Let's just have a quick look. I'm so sorry that the positioning changes. It's just a bit of technical faults at the minute again. So Jack is in 17th at the moment, just done his lap. He's done 14th with a 111.426. That's not a good lap. Not a very good lap at all. JBH, who could win the Drivers' Championship depending on how everything goes. But again, it could all go down to the next race, which is round 13. So he's purple on the first sector. So it'll be interesting to see what time he will try and do. I'm going to leave it to Reeds. He says, hello, Malc. Greetings to the people here. And Ring says, oh, I didn't hear Max, so hello to Max as well. Yeah, Max joined in a little bit later than usual. So I'll let him off just this once. Wink, wink. To be fair. So he'll go. Yeah. So we'll let Max do as much as possible on the comms itself. But just wanted JBH now, just finishing off his lap. He's got purple on the second sector for a brief moment. So he's coming up to the third. I don't know about you, Max, but I quite like the Brazilian track, except for the second sector. I think turn 10 is going to be the crucial point of that hairpin corner. But do you like the track?
Well, I just love that track. I mean, it was of my favorites, if not my favorite track. I mean, it's really short. So you don't have the time to be bothered, you know. So it's really technical, but you have a high-speed main straight line as well. It's always a pleasure to drive here. Honestly, you have plenty of opportunities to overtake. You can make mistakes. The weather can change drastically. I mean, I just love Brazil. So I hope it will be. To be a nice race. I think it will be eventful. Well, as always in the F3 division, but with this track, I mean, we can expect everything, I think.
Expect everything. That's what Max will say. Will there be a va-va-vu moment at the Brazilian track? We have to find out. Ruddo has gone. So Ruddo, who's on top form, and one of the Ferraris and another car, I think that's a Williams car, have gone off track. I'm not sure who that is at the moment, but hopefully they'll get back on as quickly as possible. But Ruddo, the man who's on top form, 3 podiums in a row, 2 wins on the bounce. Can he make the hat-trick, Max?
Yeah, and he got the first pole position, I think, last week as well.
Okay.
But it just shows how how quick GC Batigol is, because he manages to be P1 and to be ahead of Rudo, which is not an easy task, that's for sure. So congrats to him. For GPH, for now, it's more difficult on EP9. So GC Batigol, for the moment, he gives everything. He's got basically nothing to lose. Maybe try to delay a bit There's a GPH title, so we'll have to see. But for the moment, everything goes well for him.
Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully everything will go well. Just at the moment, Every Pancakes is just doing his lap at the moment. Can he try and improve his time? Good evening to everyone that's joined the session. I hope you're okay and well, and having a fantastic Wednesday evening on the 16th of November 2022. Reen says, for me this track is like a mini spa. That is quite interesting actually. It is like a mini spa because you've got that long straight. Matty Rudd has retired from the session. Spillers has retired earlier on because he didn't feel confident with that lap itself. Simon Palmer says JBH was purple sector 1 and 2. 3 must have been shocking. Might have been, but he's got nothing to lose, JBH. He's got nothing to lose. He can just wasted a few points. He could have joined us in the commentary box and he could have still been in the lead. For all we know. Every Pancakes just come up to the crossover line now. Oh, misses out by 0.05 of a second to JC Bat. That is mad. That is absolutely mad stuff. Bruce Lee's invalidated his lap. Darrell's just doing his lap at the moment, but he's purple. He is purple on the first sector. Good evening to Stuart. He says, evening gents. Recovering post-treatment well. That's great news, mate. I'm so glad for that. So hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll be back in my place watching next to Nitro. Let's hope he manages to go contact free today. Fingers crossed. At the moment he's in 4th. He's in 4th place, so that's good. Simon Palmer says, hello Malc and Max, welcome to my world, Stuart. Sector 3 must have been bad. I don't know what it is, but Sector 3, you need to nail that top of the hill section, and as long as you don't lose that back end, that's where you capitalise on that fantastic lap, Max. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think it's to me it's the easiest sector of the track because you only have got like two corners to manage, and then it's full throttle until the end. Sector 2 is really tricky, and first sector you have to manage the famous Senna corner with the first 2 corners, which I think are really great. Just a word on Matthew Rudd. I think I don't know what happened to him. He retired unfortunately, but he was already P7. He was in the fight to be ahead on the grid. Now it will be more difficult because we have a full and Mikey just retired as well. But we have a full grid, so maybe he will lose some position, which is not ideal at all, as I've mentioned, considering the number of drivers we have today.
Absolutely, we've got, as you rightly said, we've got the full grid. Everyone's all set, ready to go to try and see what they can try and do at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Yellow flag set to 2. That was Mikey, who's unfortunately gone off track and must have hit the wall. So that is bad news. Matty Rudd says, I had a small barrier-related incident. Oh, mate, don't worry. Get yourself back up during the race itself. Rain says, from my experience, I could never nail turns 1 and 2. Always felt like I was waiting to turn in. Felt like I was always braking too early or too late. No sweet spot. I mean, from the first 2 corners, I do agree with you. Everything is perfect. Like, I always try and get that nail. I always do, hitting the 100-metre barrier. If there's nothing there, like in this corner, that towel's coming up to the end of the second sector into the third, I always try and look at where the curb is going to start and then brake and try and nail it, try to go a little bit earlier and then go over to that corner as quickly as possible. It just depends on everyone's preferences, really. Tao did a 111.344, but not improved on his 110.282. So at the moment, JC Bat is in first place with 108.501. That's a great time, to be fair. And he needs to do something. He needs to hold that JPH, who, correct me if I'm wrong, Max. The last time JPH did not score any points was France, and that was the race that we returned back after the mid-season break, the 1 week break.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he did a tremendous race last week in Australia. I think he was starting like P9, something like that. So not a great qualification. It was under rain condition, but he always got this ability to recover and to have a super strong race pace. and I think it works really well for him through the season. Well, obviously he's quite ahead in the drivers' championship. So I even don't know. I mean, no disrespect, of course, but I don't know if he scored, like, for example, any pole position this season. I have to look into the numbers, into the statistic, but I mean, in terms of race pace, he's one of the best. So it's really important to see. I was watching Party Trev. I'm just mentioned Party Trev or Jack pole position.
Just watched.
We should not forget Jack as well. He was really fast a few races ago. It has been quite difficult lately for him, but he's definitely a driver to watch. And I'm still waiting for Party to win this season. I mean, he scored so many pole positions. Only 4 races to go, so Party Trev, is your time now.
Absolutely. We've got a few updates going on at the moment. Just waiting to see how Ruddo can try and do. 108.705. I don't know if this is his actual time now, so we'll watch that in a minute. But just missing that. I just watched Jack's time, and that was a perfect time. Just improved by 500 of a second. Nigel Cash improves his time to move to third. Nearly lose my voice again. 2,000s. You heard that right, Max. 2,000s of a second ahead of Eric Pancakes. That is quality, absolutely quality. And I'll tell you what, someone's just moved up.
Melonade,
yeah, Melonade. No, it's not Melonade, Max. You should know this by now. It's Melonada. Melonada, as always. Simon Powell says, don't tell your missus you can't find the sweet. Oh, you naughty. Reed started laughing. He says, Brazil is not my type. I don't blame you. I do not blame you at all. Simon Powell says, tomorrow night, Malc, it's mine again on the Brazilian. We'll have to wait and see how you get on in the performance. Purple on second sector for Ruddo. The man with a plan and the man on form as well. So can he try and improve? He needs to try and find something by 3.
Yeah.
Oh!
It's pole position for the moment for Ruddo.
You know, we was in sync with that, Max. That was perfect timing.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's Ruddo. I mean, the guy is like super strong for the moment. So
yes.
Can he make three in a row? There's a lot of different contenders for sure. But,
you're not saying one. You're not gonna say at all, Max. You're not gonna say at all.
Well, I'm watching Bruce Lee as well. I think he made a mistake, unfortunately. So, but for the McLaren guys, for the moment, they're quite behind. So it's not ideal at all for them. But I mean, of course, they will recover position as always in the race. Absolutely.
1 minute 15 left of the qualifying. Can anyone try and stop Ruddo, the man who's on the perfect? He's prime at the minute, not Amazon Prime, that type of stuff, but on his prime in the form of his life at the minute, with three podiums on the bounce. Nigel Cash is retired. I believe he is retired in the pits, so he believes that he's happy with 4th place at the moment. Reed says, this has been a great qualifying. I don't know who will take pole. That is a good question.
For GC Batigol, it's over. Sorry, Malc. For GC Batigol, it's over as well. He will not get the pole position because I think it's his out lap right now. Eric Pancakes, no. I don't know. Bruce Lee is improving. He's invalidated.
He's invalidated. Oh, okay. So, Bruce Lee, every time when I've been watching him... Oh, well, I'll need to have a look at JPH quickly. So JPH is trying to use that slipstream from one of the drivers ahead. I think that might be one of the Williams cars. I'm not sure who it is, but we'll find out in a moment. JPH needs to push on now. Moves us up to 5th.
Really close to the wall. I mean, he was trying to gain every advantage of the track possible, but really close from the wall.
Absolutely. It looks like the qualifying has now stopped. But Ruddo, at the moment, prime position, 108.334. Can anyone try and stop? Oh! A Ferrari has spun! Oh, Stephen has spun out after turn 4. That is not good news for Stephen. That is dreadful. He's just going from bad words with that traction control itself. Party Trev He's come up to in the second sector now. Can he try and do what he did in every single time that he's been trying to do? Oh! Oh! Get in, pancakes! Eric, you beauty!
Wow.
Oh, 108.330, 4 thousandths of a second ahead of Ruddo. And oh my god, come on, Party Trev. If you want to get this pole position, you need to do something now. JBH is behind. I don't know whether you improve his time. I don't know if he is. But can Party Trev do something out of the blue? Can he? No!
Oh, so close as well.
Where's JBH? JBH is teasing us. He will not improve. Oh my god. Where did that lap come from, Max? Where did that lap come from?
I mean, the first 5 drivers, I mean, this is so close. This is only 1/10 between those drivers. I mean, look at the gap between Eric Pancakes and Rudo. Wonderful qualification. I mean, it's just, I mean, we can expect a brilliant race with that. I'm like waiting for it.
You're waiting for it. Well, we can't wait any longer because we're about to start with the race in a few moments' time. But if you like what you've seen so far, guys, please make sure you like, subscribe to the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel for all the live race itself. We are aiming for at least 10 likes tonight, guys. We're aiming for at least 10 likes. Will be a massive help to myself, Malc, and Max on the commentators box, as well as the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel on this stream. Make sure you hit this like button on this stream. Thank you so much, guys. Simon Powell says F2 was close, 3/10 between P1 and P13. It's always been that close in F2, to be fair. But here are your short qualifying classification, quickly, because it's about to start. Eric Pancakes is in first place. Ruddo, the man on form, in second. Pirate Trev, third. Jack in fourth. JC Bat, fifth. Nitrogash, sixth. JBH, seventh. Melanade, eighth. Daryl, ninth. Bruce Lee, 10th. F1 Richard, 11th. Matty Rudd in 12th. Offic Red, 13th. Cost in 14th, Svillers 15th, Towel is in 16th, Jolly is in 17th, oh Stephen 18th, Mikey and Sir Spud, they had 19th and 20th respectively. What a qualifying, to be fair, Max.
Yeah, I mean, it was really oh, and I thought no, there is like clouds, but I was there is no spot of rain, but the sky looks a bit threatening. So I don't know what to expect if we have some rain at the end of the race.
I've been told, Max. Sorry to interrupt you there. I've been told that it's a dry for the quali and then dry for the race. So we've not heard. Right. So we've not heard anything that there might be wet conditions at any point. If there is, fair play. If not, tough. Which is a shame.
We don't need rain to have a great race. So, I mean, of course, it spicy things a bit, but I think looking at the time set during the qualification, we don't need that. So, but Eric Pancakes, I mean, his task will be to keep his P1 and to keep Rudo behind, because Rudo is like a really fast, obviously. Even if last week he really had to battle to win that race, especially with GC Batigol. We should not forget the Red Bull drivers as well, who will try to win a race this season. There is a huge fight for the P2 in the Constructor Championship, even if the P1 championship is already set up, but we have plenty of things to follow during this race, Malc.
Yes, absolutely. Just keep an eye on the timer while I'll just do the standings quickly, Max. Okay? Just to recap with the drivers' standings quickly. So JBH is in first place and could win the Drivers' Championship this evening, in first place with 122. JC Bat is in second with 72. Bruce Lee is in third with 71. Jack is in fourth with 55. Dowell's in fifth with 50 points. And the rest are under 50 points. I'm so sorry, it's a little bit shorter than normal with the standings, because we want to make sure we get there on time. The Constructors is in first place. Obviously, it's been sealed, delivered by the McLaren team, so well done to them. They have got the 193 points and could still increase. Red Bull is in second with 82. Aston Martin is in third, joined with Alfa Romeo with 74 balls.
Starts in 10 seconds. Sorry,
okay.
Malc.
Oh, Mercedes in fifth place as well. Just going to go back to the live scene. We're going straight in. There will be, cheers for that, Max. Perfect timing. There'll be no formation lap. We're going to go straight into the race. That was perfect timing. Phew. Here we go. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights, and we are go, go, go! Who's had the great start? Who has had the great start in this Brazilian Grand Prix? I'll tell you what, Runo's made the move on the inside line. That's a brilliant stuff. Pedro's dropped down. Nigel has got himself back up to 6. Oh, crash! JC Bat is lost it at turn 2.
Oh no!
So JC Bat is gone. I don't know if he got caught by one of the drivers, but there is some issues along the way. But at the moment, Bruce Lee, one of the Red Bulls has gone off. That's Melanado.
Melanado, yeah.
Yeah, so let's see how everything plans out. Looks like Nigel should try and put the pressure on Poitra. Let's have a look at the track, actually, because the track... Oh!
There is Offic Red. Yeah, going backwards. He's back on the track.
So what's oh god, there's so much carnage, there's so much battles galore. Nigel Cash has lost out to JPH. Bruce Lee has got the chance past Matty Rudd, who's in 8th place at the moment. Bruce moved himself up to 7th place. But sorry about that, Max. What happened to Offic Red?
Well, I don't know. I caught the action at the end. There's so many cars, a lot of battle. Especially in the 4th corner. I mean, I thought Giuseppe Batigol was safe in P3, so I don't know what happened to him. Unfortunately, there is still a fight going on between, I think, like both Alfa Romeo and the McLaren as well. And we have Daryl fighting with Cost.
Come on, 2 in the bed moment. Come on, come on. We want to have the 2 in the bed moment now. Cost. Please don't tell me it's going to cost him dearly. It's cost him beautifully at the minute. What a move! Brilliant move there. JBH just dropped himself down ahead of his teammate of Bruce Lee in 6th place.
Bruce Lee, I think GPH let Bruce Lee through because Bruce Lee got tire advantage over GPH. So Giuseppe Batigol's a disaster. For the moment, we are only lap 2, obviously, but for the moment, GPH he will be crowned champion at the end of the race if the positions are like that.
Well, we'll try and calculate it for you guys at the end of this race. Obviously, it all depends. Oh, Svilas has spun. Svilas has spun just before the end of the 2nd sector into the 3rd. JC Bat is going from bad to worse for him. He's in 15th place now, dropping down like a domino effect. Jack. Oh, Jack of all trades! This moves up to 2nd place. Every Pancakes drops down, but can he bounce back? Let's have a look at it now from down the straight. Come on.
Yeah, he got DRS, I think. He will maybe try to make a move. No. He's decided to back out. So yeah, Jack will try to lead the pursuing of Rudo. I mean, the goal, if they want to, all the drivers want to win. I mean, they cannot let Rudo escape. That's as simple as that, because he's super strong. So it will not be easy.
Absolutely. So Daryl has spun. Daryl's in the grass, so I can't see at the minute because we're just watching so many battles. We'll try and catch it as quickly as possible, but unfortunately for Daryl, she dropped herself down like a domino effect into 18th place. Oh my days. And now we might have a battle for JBH putting the pressure on Matty Rudd. Let's see what he can try and do. Matty Rudd is on a McLaren sandwich. Poitrev had the fastest lap, then Nordicash won 11.566. That's a good time, actually. Oh, Matty, you beauty! Oh, what a move against Bruce Lee. I'll tell you what, it's been absolutely unbelievable stuff at the minute, Max.
With the hard tire, so it should be noticed as well, because he obviously got a tire disadvantage, but it didn't prevent him to overtake Bruce Lee. So Matty Rudd, quite a gap to Nitro Gas now, so maybe it will be trickier for him, but for the moment he's doing a brilliant job.
He's doing a brilliant job at the minute. Just having a look at Melanado against Cost, between 9th and 10th respectively. Can the Red Bull driver put the pressure on Cost? That's a big question. But yeah, I will catch up with the chat, guys. I promise you that I will catch up to the chat. But looking at these battles, you just can't take your eyes off it at all. It's been a great race, even though it's only been the 4th lap. It's been absolutely brilliant stuff. Melanado now, going up the hill section. He's going to have that extra DRS, which will help him massively. And he said Rudolph. He said Ruddo in a 111.369. Here we go. We'll go to the bed moment now. Melonade goes subside. Suspense got 3 seconds time down to full multiple warnings now. Oh!
Whoa.
Contact. There was a bit of contact between Cost and Melanada. But here we go. Can Cost battling out. Nitrogus moves up to 4th. Polytrap drops down to 5th. Cost, come on. Gonna make the move. You gotta do it now. They don't want to make the move.
Battle between those two drivers. Wow.
Oh, brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. You got O'Steven in 13, Jolly and Offigred in 14th and 15th. Having a good battle. Oh! Offigred, Melanada. Oh, keep saying Offigred. Melanada. I do not know what to say anymore. I give up after this. Melanado has lost it through the grass on the curb, which brought Cost himself back into play into 9th, and now brought Towel into play. Come on, Towel. I want you to get some points this evening. To be fair.
Yeah, it's not over between Cost and Melonade. Those guys are battling since the beginning of the race. Jack is losing a bit of time on Rudo. He's not winning the race, so he will be, I think, vulnerable to Eric Pancakes. And we've got both Alfa Romeo just behind. I think Natrogash managed to overtake Party Trev.
He did, yeah.
He seems to be the quickest Alfa Romeo driver tonight.
He is at the minute, but I don't want to jinx it too much. We always do that with the commentators' curse. We don't want to jinx it. Melanado, yeah. Oh, Melanado still watching this battle because it looks juicy to make this move, to be fair. But yeah, yellow flag sent us 2 and 3.
Mikey, I think, yes.
Yes, Mikey. And I didn't mean it like that. Like, yes, Mikey. Don't spin out too much. Don't do that at all. Try and catch up to the guys. I know he's going to be lapped. Hopefully not, but F1 Richard could be the first driver to be lapped after he pitted really early in the pit stop. I think he pitted twice because I think he pitted onto the wrong tyres, or he had the wing damage itself. But Melanado trying to put the pressure on. There's so many battles. JBH and Bruce Lee having a good battle for 7th and 9th, even though they're teammates. But that is still impressive stuff. Still watching. Can Melanado now put the pressure on? This will be fantastic. But we'll have to go back to the second place, Max. Sorry.
Well, Melonado is got to do something with Cost if he wants his race to be good at the end, because he's losing some time behind Cost. He got medium tire. He's got tire advantage, so he should be faster. Oh, there was quite a late move here, I think, from Cost. Oof. But managed to get ahead. Not well. Cost is defending really hard, and he's absolutely got every right to do that.
Yes.
Not over yet.
Oh! I tell you what, that was. Oh no! Oh no! Melanado has spun. That is not good news for him. That is not good news for him at all. So Melanado will drop down.
I think he got too much speed in that corner trying to overtake Cost. Don't think there was a touch between those two drivers. I'm not sure. But this race turns into a nightmare for both Red Bull drivers, P15 and P17 for Melanado and Darren.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just laughing because we keep saying Melanado, saying Melanado. But basically, you're right there, Max. The Red Bull team will be absolutely fuming at those drivers for not improving. And what's going on? It looks like Polytrev has spun. Polytrev is spun. I don't know if he had contact or he completely lost it at turn 2, but that is not good news for Polytrev. It's all going bad to us. Some drivers are I don't know whether they're struggling with the tyre wear, or because if they are,
I think it's a track. I think it's a track, Malc. I think Brazil, you can if you take too much speed in the corner, it's really I think easy to spin, and I mean a lot of drivers are battling. As well, so for example GPH and Matty Road with the same set of tires. GPH actually, I'm quite surprised. He manages to go P5. GC Batigol is P9 as well. I mean, I think it was like P17 at the end of the first lap, so nice recovery from him. He's not that far from his main rival GPH, but there is quite a gap between the first 4 drivers and then GPH with a different strategy. So we have to follow and see how the guy with the hard tires can manage the end of the race.
Absolutely. I'm just watching Bruce Lee now try and catch up to Matty Rudd, who's in 6th place. Cannot do anything about it on turn 2. But he's trying to go through the long left-hander on turn 3 with that DRS. But it looks like Matty trying to close the gap. Oh, Melanardo!
Oh.
Melanardo's out!
Oh, Melonade! And there is Steven as well.
Oh, Steve!
Oh, I think there was a contact in the main straight line between both drivers.
What actually happened, Max?
Safety car, Malc. We've got the first safety car of the evening. I saw the car of Melonade and the car of Steven both in the wall. Melonade retired, unfortunately. Steven, I think it doesn't have any front wing. So there was definitely, I think, maybe a contact at high speed in the main straight line. So yeah, and Spillers as well is changing his front wing. So I don't know if there was multiple drivers involved, but it was definitely a huge crash.
So well, it's not the first time Steven crashed at the start finishing line straight. I will say that again. He had an unfortunate crash. I don't know if you watched that race in the Performance League on a Thursday night on Invictus, Max, but the car went into the pits, glitched out, off the track, into the track, and Steven thought that the car was going to ghost. It didn't, and it caused himself with a DNF completely, like a completely DNF. So I was worried that was going to happen again with Steven when he had to do that front wing damage. Just having a look at some of the comments. So I will catch up while the drivers are all going to the pits now. Basically, stay on the inside turn 1. You'll gain loads of places. Yeah, absolutely. Reen Simon says, good Steven. Full makes the car so slow. Medium on this game is really easy. Easiest medium tracks I've ever used. JC Bindi went deep and lost it. That was I don't know if that was from the qualifying. I do apologise, Simon. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Rain says JBH wants that toll. He can sense it. Well, to be fair, he could clinch it tonight, depending on how everything plans out. But again, the drivers who was on the hard tyres, it's a bit of a push now. A bit of a push. So we have to wait and see how that plans out at the moment. Simon says it's a box. Oh, sorry, Max.
No. I mean, in terms of tire strategy, I think drivers with the medium tire, I mean, they didn't have the choice. They had to pit and to put hard tires. I think it's a bit early, but they can manage to go into the end. For the drivers with hard tires, it's more complicated, and we have different choice. We have, for example, the first 3 drivers who decided to stay on track.
Yes.
And then we have the likes of GPH or I think GPH, he was on hard tires and he decided to go with the medium. I think he will need to pit again. But for Jack, I mean, it's quite surprising because he was already on medium tires and then he decided not to switch for the hard tires, but to switch with medium tires. So basically his goal will be to overtake Rudo, to try to be as fast as possible, and then to put, I think, last pit stop with for soft tires.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll expect a late safety car as well. It will be convenient for his strategy. So we see plenty of different strategies. It's nice to see.
Absolutely. Let's wait and see how everything plans out at the moment. Yeah, so Simon Palmer says the hard guys were screwed based on that safety car. I do agree with that. Why are hard runners boxing? I do not know, mate. I think they're trying to expect another safety car to come in, or they may know something that we do not know. So we've not heard anything else other than the dry conditions. So they might be trying to go another safety car situation. We will never know. They might do medium softs. We never know. That's just my intake. Well, sorry, Max.
Medium soft. It's. I mean, for me, it's obviously what Jack is going to do, because you cannot do two runs on the medium tires. You have to. I mean, everybody knows the rule. You have to use a different set of tires. So, I mean, it's choosing this strategy, and I think it might be a good one actually.
Yeah, that might be good based on the situation they're in now. If it gets worse, or they try and do the undercut and might hope for the best. But Simon Palmer's just commented. I might do agree. He says mediums could do 25 laps if you are careful. That's if you are careful. But if they're in a big battle, Max, and Simon, correct me if I'm wrong, but if they're in stuck of a battle, their tyre wear is going to completely go off. They might lose a few laps earlier than what we expected it to see, Max.
I mean, with the first 12 drivers, I mean, I've mentioned the case of Jack, but the only driver in this situation is GPH. So we did try to go until the end with this tire. I mean, we still have 19 drivers, so another safety car can be expected. So
yeah.
if we have this late safety car, the medium tire is like basically the perfect choice, because everybody will dive into the pits. If we have a late safety car, for example, with 10 laps remaining or something like that. But everybody is like, is betting on something. I mean, for the moment, the drivers with their hard tires, fresh hard tires, are the best, have the best position for now. But it will not be easy, I think, for Rudo to overtake the 3 drivers ahead with all the hard tires.
Yeah, absolutely. The safety car is in this lap, guys. The safety car is in this lap. So Matty Rudd has to bunch the cars up. He's got to bunch them up. He can't afford to get a head start, because they'll catch up so easily. So Matty Rudd needs to get a good start at the very last minute and then go for it. He's trying to wait.
Matty Rudd waits until the last moment.
And he's off. We're off now. Ruddo's moved to third. Oh, there's quite a few drivers have just gone. A few dropped down. Oh my God! What? No! No!
Pancakes, no!
No! Everyone was going for that. I couldn't get the angle right at all from my point of view, but from what I see, it looked like there was 2 to bed, 3 to bed, and even a 4 to bed moment. And they're all gambling on one corner. You can't win a race in the first corner, but you can absolutely lose it. And Pine Trevor's dropped himself down like a domino effect to 14th place. That is madness. And it was a great race so far. It's been an absolute great race up to that point. And Eddie Pancakes has unfortunately got lost communication of his car. I don't know whether he'll be back. If he's not, I completely understand from his point of view, because that was the best stuff that he's ever done. And I feel like he just that turn 1 after the safety car, that will have to be reviewed by the stewards. I will ask them. We're already I've lost the plot now. We've just gone over a third of the way of this race, and now Jack
is he's trying to overtake Ludo. It's an important move for him. Oh no!
Oh my!
Jack!
Was there contact?
No, I think he went into the grass. I mean, I don't know if Rudo left enough space for him, but Jack had to brake with his right tire on the grass, and I think that's why he went. He didn't manage to take the corner. I mean, he's P10, so he could have been worse, but now it's. I mean, he's got plenty of position to recover, and he was basically fighting for the win. Now it's going to be more complicated.
Yeah, I believe we might see. I don't think we might see Eric Pancakes back in the car, unfortunately. I think he has officially been retired based on that incident. Oh my God, JBH and Dal having a bit of a bowel moment. Oh my God, who's that?
Daryl as well. Gisebat, I think he made a slight mistake, but he's P10.
P10, that was at turn 10. That was dreadful stuff, to be fair. Jack got on the grass, and Simon says, "What on earth, Jack?" I couldn't get it from that camera view. F1 Richard and Spudder dropped himself down. There is yellow flags. I don't think there's a safety car. I think it's a virtual safety car.
Oh, it's Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee lost his front wing.
Bruce.
Well, that's great that his car ghosted, because everybody was flying into him at high speed. I think he lost the car in the main straight line.
That was mad. Absolutely mad. Oh, no worries, Simon. I'll speak to you tomorrow in the Realistic Performance League. And take it easy, mate. But unfortunate for Bruce, as he's rightly said, Max, he's got front wing damage. But
I think we've got virtual safety car, no?
yes, we have. We got the. I did say Max.
Okay, sorry. sorry. I'm a bit confused. There's so many actions to follow.
No, it's all right. I was trying to look for that yellow dot for the safety car, but could not find it. So I'm guessing it was the virtual safety car, and it was. And then you had the shock of it all, where Bruce Lee had the front wing damage. That's probably why the virtual safety car has come in at this stage. But what a mad race, to be fair. What an absolute mad race. But the most talking point will be the restart after that safety car.
No, there is a safety car, Malc. Look, ahead
of
every
okay.
pancakes. There is a safety car.
Sorry, I did look for the yellow dot, but it looked like it just got hidden from the other cars. So I do apologise, guys, for that. That is my fault. I thought it was a virtual safety car, but unfortunately, it is the safety car. Every pancakes has got itself back into the car, but it'd be a massive. Now this is where, if you safety cars in this. What? What is going?
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, this is all the look with Eric Pancake's fillers. They don't know what to do.
Yeah, I mean,
super weird.
Unfortunately, well, I'm just I really am speechless. I do not know what is going on at this stage, but the safety car is in this lap, and that is not fair. It is. What is going on?
The safety car just goes out again. 20 to the pit, and then it's back on the track.
Oh no. Please tell me that. I'm so sorry, guys. Please tell me that there is no glitch on this safety car. If there is,
the safety car doing? Honestly.
What's the well, just coming up to it now. It looks like it's. I don't know if it's trying to. Oh, it's back racing
it's
now.
Green flag again. What? I mean, okay.
Okay.
So...
I do not know what's happening anymore. Apparently, we got safety cars out of nowhere. We stopped, and then no one was trying to get themselves back up. It's just been a mad. Ever since we had that first safety car, it's gone shambles. To be fair, Jack is going into fourth. Tao drops down to fifth. So Tao's doing really well at the minute. It was 16 laps on those hard tires. I'm surprised he didn't pit for those mediums, to be honest. But wait and see how everything plans out.
Eric Pancake in grass. I think he got enough. I don't know if it's him or the computer actually, because now it's him.
Yeah. Stuart says this will take the pressure off those hards. Yeah, I do apologise, Stuart, and I apologise to everyone. I couldn't see the yellow dot until when Max said it. I thought, what's going on? I thought it was the virtual safety car, and then that's when it was announced. So I do apologise from that behalf as well. We're on lap 17:36. If you like what we've seen so far, except for that manic safety car restart itself, if you like the rest of the race at the moment, please make sure you like, subscribe to the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel for all the live race itself. We are aiming for at least 10 likes tonight, guys. We're aiming for at least 10 likes. Will be a massive help to myself, Malc, and Max for the on the commentators box, as well as the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel as well. Thank you so much, guys. Melanade says games bugged out there. I do agree with that, and I'm not backing out on that, to be honest. And I'm sure Max would agree with me on that. It's just not fair. It's just downright disgrace where, you know, you pay for a good game, but there's still bugs. And it's not helping the drivers, where it's costing them drivers' championship points or disconnections where they out of their control. It's just downright disgrace. And we're at the halfway marker now. I'm so sorry for the rant, guys, but it's just so frustrating where you got drivers who could be up close to the drivers' championship, but they could be different things. So the yellow flags, and that is, I believe, a Mercedes of Jack. So Jack has spun at turn 13, I think, turn 13. So that is not good news. And the other Mercedes of Matty Rudd, it's just went past his teammate and said, "Thank you very much. I'll take 8th place." Oh.
Yeah, no, it's a shame, obviously, because you've got also drivers who were legitimately expecting the safety car, and then the safety car came in, so it was green flag again, but they were into the pits. Then the safety car came out again, and then suddenly disappeared. Doesn't make any sense. And we had a close battle, but now obviously it's a bit different because all the drivers dive into the pits. I'm talking about, for example, Cost, Daryl, and Matty Rudd, for example. So yeah, I don't know what happened, but it's a shame to see that. We still have a fight going on, especially with GC Batico, who managed to get P4 just behind his rival in the championship. So at least we've got that.
At least for now, but I mean, whatever happens, Bruce, if Bruce had to do something to make ahead of JPH, he had to try and get close or get ahead of his teammate, but at the moment I cannot see that happening. Looks like Jack is going into the pits, and I believe he'll probably go for fresh mediums again to last the 16 laps. Yellow flag set to 2, yellow flag set to 2, I'm not sure who that's for. That might be one of the Haas cars, there might be Spillers. Or... Oh! Tal! Come on! Oh, I thought Tal was going to try and make the move on the inside, but did not want to do it. He didn't want to risk it for a biscuit, to be fair. Jack could be classing in on O'Steven. Max.
Yeah, but Tal, he got to pit. I think he didn't pit, or maybe in the first lap. Don't know. But he might need to pit as well. He's on an older tire, so it's not going to be easy. Party Trev's in a fight for a good position as well, and okay.
You jinxed it. You commentator's cursed. You've just said Poitrev, and then what did Poitrev do? Went off track. So I'm blaming you on that one, Max. He's following on my.
I'm not feeling Poitrev, but
Poitrev is gonna be fuming at Max. He's gonna be absolutely fuming at Max. Whatever happens tonight.
I have to stop talking about Poitrev. I mean, it ruins all these races. I mean, this is insane.
Don't get me wrong. I felt bad for Poitrev because there are some races he should be capitalised on his wins from his pole positions, and that's a good move from Cost, who gives himself into 7th place ahead of Jolly. That's a good move, but from that perspective, Max, Poitrev has not kicked the second gear. He got the first gear of getting the pole positions perfectly, but then when he does it in the race, he's either bottled it or some of the drivers made a mistake which cost him the win or the top 3, and it's been like that all season. You got Poitrev, you got quite a few drivers who have not. I will say, JBH. You probably disagree with me watching this back, but I think he's laughing now. I think he's absolutely laughing that no one else has hit second gear, whereas he took advantage in the first of the season and said, "Well, thank you very much. I've just got a great head start." You had Nitrogash. I know Nitrogash has had quite a lot of incidents with drivers, and I feel bad for him as well. And I think he should have been up there. Had he not had those accidents, I think he would have been right up there. You got. I said Poitrev. Daryl on his day could be good, but then there are times where he has been really unlucky on a few occasions. Steven with the medium traction and full traction incident. If he didn't do that and he concentrate on the medium and kick on, he would do well. Oh, F1 Richard, sorry, Max.
GPH is so consistent, and that was the key. I mean, he's fast as well, obviously, but he's super consistent compared to other drivers. I think the situation of Party Trace is, for example, the same with Daryl and Melonade, or with Sab as well, who is not racing anymore, but before that. So yeah, that's the key. If you want to be ahead in the championship, if you want to grab those good positions, you have. I mean, the first thing is to stay on track. I mean, it's super important. It doesn't matter how fast you are, as long as you stay on track and you avoid any trouble, then you can grab good points. As we have Matthew Rudd up to P5, Ethan fresh medium. I think it's him and Cost have the best tire for now, but there is quite a gap to P1, so not going to be an easy task.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, Reigns did say earlier on in the race, I didn't want to say anything until now, but watch out for Matty Rudd. He is lightning fast. He is at the moment in prime position to catch up to these top four if he plays his cards right. Stuart says Nitro definitely had this decent pace this year, and he's always consistent in his line. But as you say, Mark, so much contact, he will always claim innocence. Gets grumpy. I'll have to remember that, Stu. I'll have to remember that as well. Jack has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. But I do agree. I feel sorry for Sab. Sab, unfortunately, can't race again in the F3, but he's been in constant issues galore, and he's just been really unlucky. And I'll tell you what, we're going on a battle for 2 in the bed, Marlon Cost. Cost goes on ahead of Tal. So the medium drivers who are really pushing now, that the optimum temperature should be slowly kicking in, whereas Tal is going. I'll be very surprised if it goes all the way to the end of those hards. I mean, it's doable, those hards. It's doable, but I bet his tyre wear is absolutely screaming at probably a 70-80%. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, he got to. I think got to make a last pit stop, maybe for a soft tire. Maybe he's waiting for a third safety car. Well, I don't know if the second one comes, but
no.
Yeah, maybe he's waiting for another safety car. I mean, it will basically save his strategy.
But the problem is, I don't know whether the first safety car helped him to carry on to get onto the mediums to go on to the end. That's why he's probably staying on those hards to see if there was going to be another safety car, which we had a fake second safety car, in quotes, speech marks, as well. Stuart says, he's following on from the message earlier on, says, gets grumpy when I tell him it's his fault. But back onto those racing, yes, there's been, I don't know if you've seen much on it, Max, from your point of view, but yes, there's been quite a few incidents from all drivers where they're trying to be the best driver or try and be consistent, but you have to be very lucky and you have to try and get out of that battle itself. But while the battle's going on, it looks like Daryl, who's had a torrid time this race, is slowly catching up into the 10th, into 9th, catching up to Pytrev. Will it be a party mode for Daryl with that Red Bull to give him some wings? Or will it be Pytrev's time of disco moments? We'll find out. But Max, are you okay, Max? Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm just laughing at your joke. So,
Oh, well, if you want the autograph, just say, we'll do that as quickly as possible.
Yeah, please.
Daryl we got the only battle we've got at the minute, Max, is the battle between Pytrev and Daryl for 9th and 10th. But overall, are you happy with the performance on some of these drivers, like Ruddo, who could be on for a 3rd win on the bounce, a hat-trick of wins, 4 podiums since he started this F3 season?
I mean, you've mentioned earlier luck, which is obviously an important thing in a championship, but there is as well a way to master your luck, a bit. Basically, if you try to stay calm, not to risk anything, if you want to. Obviously, it depends on your goals in the championship. If you want to battle for the title, you should grind any points possible, not to try to do anything foolish, for example. But we've got other drivers with different objectives, with different goals, and it's understandable as well. Rudo, obviously, he seems to be super fast, that's for sure, but consistent as well. But he's only been there for 4 races. We will never know what would have happened if he was here since the beginning. But
damn you!
That's the least thing to say, that he puts a huge challenge on the other drivers, and for now he's securing all the wins, and I think he's in a good position to claim his 3rd win in a row. I mean, there's almost 10 laps remaining as well, but I'm just watching Daryl now between Party Trev. I think he's a bit frustrated about this position, and he doesn't manage to get ahead of Party Trev. Difficult race for the Red Bull.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Darrell because he tries his best. He's tried everything he can, but it's just nothing goes right for him. And we've got a driver who's spun out. That might be Svillers. I think that might be Svillers, who's just been out after. I believe that was before turns. I think it's turn 6 into turn 7, where it was an issue galore. Pardon me, Bobby. Reed says the safety car glitch robbed us of a pure race and threw off many of the drivers. I do agree. I do agree.
I agree as well. It's a shame because it basically ruined everything. But even for us, Malc, now it was so difficult to follow the strategy because we've got like the safety car to focus on, and then some driver decided to pit, and then we lost a bit of the view on the strategy of everyone, and that the gap were bigger, and so it's definitely a shame.
It is definitely a shame because it lost that spark. It lost that spark of which would have been an epic race, to be fair. But looking at the points at the moment, JBH, I will check on the fastest lap. Just bear with me a sec. See who's got the fastest lap. At the moment, Matty Rudd has got the fastest lap. So as things stand at the moment, JBH will have 10 points, so he will have 132. JC Bat will have 8, and it will be 80 points. Well, it will be 50.
He will be champion.
Yes, at the moment, the way it looks at the minute, JBH will be the champion at this stage. But it all depends. It all depends on how he can try and catch up. This is last chance saloon for JC Bat to close the gap. But either way, if he does get past JBH, Max, I know it's a big if at the minute. It's only not 4 seconds the gap. But if he did make that move, he needs to get wins and hope JBH makes silly mistakes, which I just can't see that happening. I think JBH will be the champion at the end of this Brazilian Grand Prix.
Well, I think GC Batigol, he got a better tire, so maybe he will be able to challenge GPH, but it's not for sure at all. But I think GPH is in good position to secure his driver, his well-deserved driver title. And word for Nitro Cash as well, I've just looked at the statistic. He didn't score a podium this season, so it will be his first podium. I mean, he's in the perfect position. He's actually gaining some time on Rudo. I'm quite surprised about that because he's basically seeing him now. He was 2 seconds and 5/10 few laps before. A bit below 2 seconds, so it's not over yet for the win. I mean, he got a podium position, so maybe I can imagine he's thinking about the win and not the P2, but this is a nice performance from him for the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely mad, to be fair. But hopefully we'll see if Nitrogas can try and steal the run on Ruddo. Even whatever happens, he will get a 4th podium in a row. But I was going to say damn you earlier, Max, because you beat me to the question of if Ruddo started at the very first start of the season, I think he would have given JPH a run for his money. I seriously say that because I just can't see that happening. And F1 Richard to the bend moment at turn 4. Stephen, oh my god. He's trying to push on. It looks like Stephen looks like he's not got much ERS. He's trying to save as much as possible. We've got that ball going. We've finally got some barrels going now, Max. We've finally got some barrels.
And Apache trade with Jolie as well. And Daryl.
Oh my god! Oh, come on! Come on! We want the 3 to bend! Come on! Come on! Oh, come on! You ruined it! You ruined it! We could have had a 3 to bend moment! But still, what a great battle for those 3 drivers! Come on! Can Daryl put the pressure on Poncho to put himself into 7th place? That would be absolutely marvellous stuff.
Yeah, and Jack managed to get ahead of Offit Red, and there is a battle between Cost and Matthew, so you just have to say something, Malc, and then we have plenty of battles going on.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Stephen's trying to put the pressure on. F1 Richard looks like he just lost the back end. But here's Stephen now with the DRS. Can F1 Richard try and hold on for as much as possible? But not enough. Not enough just yet. But still a battle for the back of the bottom half of the 10. Yellow flag set to 2. I believe that's Tal. Is that Tal? No. Oh, yeah, it is actually. It was Tal. I was going to say yes, no, maybe, 50-50, phone a friend, ask the audience type stuff of the phone a friend of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. But it's the Who Wants to Try Not to Spin at the Brazilian Grand Prix as well. Yeah, so lap 32-36. If you like what you see so far, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel for all the live race itself. We are aiming for at least 10 likes tonight, guys. We're aiming for at least 10 likes. Will be a massive help to myself, Malc, and Max for the commentary, as well as the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Will be a massive help to hit 10 likes tonight. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. So, Max, there's so many battles. Who you watching so far?
Yeah, I was watching Cost, but he was really close to Matthew Rod, but he didn't try to make a move in the first corner after the main straight line, which was a bit surprising. And then he almost lost the car, but still behind in P6. I mean, Matthew Rod got a 3-second time penalty. Oh!
Right.
Yellow flag on the track.
There's no yellow dot that I could see.
Yeah. Just
so,
safety car, I think.
Virtual safety car.
But why? It's strange.
One of the cars has spun out of turn 1. One of the cars has spun out of turn 1. If you're near the start finishing line, perfect timing. Yellow flags from ignoring yellow flag. 5-second penalty for Matty Rudd. That is not good news for him. Absolutely not good at all. But mad scenes, absolutely mad. So the drivers have just pitted in. I will not be surprised if they're going for the softs. So we'll have a quick look. Yeah, so Daryl's gone for the mediums. Daryl's going for the mediums. I don't know if he's just playing it safe. I don't blame him, whatever happens.
Well,
but
I don't know. It's weird. I mean, maybe it was a mistake or he didn't have any soft left, but it doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it doesn't make any sense at all. But, oh, Jack! No! Contact! Contact between Jolly and Jack at turn 4. Jack was ahead, but Jolly just caught the back of Jack's back wheel. If that makes sense. I'm trying to do rhyming stuff now with Jack, with the back wheel. And unfortunately for Jack, he's got spun out and lost out to Jolly. Can Jack catch up to these guys? That's a big question.
Wow, look at sorry, Malc, but the Nitro Gash, he gained massively on the virtual safety car. 1 second, 5/10. So I don't know if he got the pace to try to recover a bit, but if Rudo make mistakes, well, at least Nitro Gash is putting pressure on Rudo. I mean, Rudo must be looking at the gap and he must be saying to himself like, okay, I need to not to let Nitro Gash in my DRS, otherwise. But look at Nitro Gash, is really close. Wow.
I'm watching this battle now. 1 second the gap. Can Nitro Gash spoil the party at Rudo at the Brazilian Grand Prix? That would be a good question. Oh my God! It looks like Nitro Gash is trying to use that DRS. Oh my God, we've got a two-to-bed moment with a ghost car. I believe that might be Bruce. It is Bruce Lee. Unfortunate for it. I feel bad for him actually because he had a good start, but.
And he's battling for the P2 in the championship. I think he's equal on points with GC Batigol, and GC Batigol is P4. So
yeah,
the 1-2 for McLaren in the drivers' standings might not look that good after that race.
Might not look good after, but I'll have to go back to Nitro Gash in a bit. The battle between Cost and Matty Rudd. I think this is the greatest battle we've had for a while, actually. Daryl's going to have another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so I'll just give you guys an update on the penalties. So Matty Rudd has 11 seconds. So whatever happens, Cost will move up to 5th. Matty Rudd drops down to 6th. And Jack is going to set the fastest lap of the race, 109.927, and needed that fastest lap point, wherever happens. Reed says, my favourite actor Jack Black. I thought you meant to say Jack Black, to be fair, and I would agree with you on that one. So we're on the final lap now. Final lap of this race. Now, I'm going to go back to Nigel Gash because I'm almost hoping if you can try and catch up to Ruddo. I know the tyre wear is at the damage limitations, but if Ruddo can hold on, within this lap, this would be perfect for him. Three wins on the bounce, or can Nigel Gash get his first win? This will be his first podium. I am surprised. I can't believe I said this. The first podium of this season for Nigel Gash for F3. That is extraordinary.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy to realize that in the last 10 races, considering how fast he is, he didn't manage to score a podium position. Just showed that there is really fast drivers around.
Absolutely. Ruddo's come up to the final few corners now. He's come to the third sector. Nigel Gash, I don't think he can do enough to catch up to Ruddo, who he's been on absolute fine form. And I tell you what, I'll be absolutely delighted because he has just won the third race in a row, fourth podium in a row, but also for his stellar race. Nigel Gash, well done to him, he's got his first podium. But can I say congratulations to JBH? Whatever happens, he is now the F3 World Title Champion, Drivers' Champion. Congratulations to JBH.
Congrats JBH with the podium position to celebrate that. Amazing.
Well, congratulations to JBH, who was just beaten JC Bat and also Bruce on that. He needed to get them to mess up, but whatever happens, JC Bat had to make that, trying to get ahead of JBH, but could not do anything about it. So one of the drivers has just gone off track, and that might be F1 Richard or Towel. I think it's Towel.
Towel.
Yeah, so JC Bat finishes off in 4th. Cost will finish off in 5th. Matty Rudd 6th. Polytrev 7th. Offic Red 8th. Jolly in 9th. Darrell in 10th after good recovery from the start of the race. That was a good drive from him. Jack in 11th. F1 Richard 12th. Tal 13th. I didn't get all the rest. Damn you, Reens. Yeah, Stuart says, well done, lads. Great commentary in a bizarre set of circumstances. Well done today, Nitro, and congrats, JBH. Spud says I was playing catch up for start. Yeah, no, mate, I did see from the start, and you did well to catch up, but you had nothing to do. You could not do anything about it, to be fair. And can I just say, well done to Ruddo. 3 wins on the bounce, 4 podiums in a row since he started at the US of A Grand Prix. That is insane. That is championship form, whatever happens. But as Max said earlier, what would have happened if he had started? We will never ever know. We will never ever know whether he would have took a run for his money on JBH. We would have got all the way to the end. But whatever happens, JBH will be the Drivers' Championship winner and also Constructors winner with McLaren earlier on. Yeah, so fantastic stuff. And here is your race classification for the Brazilian Grand Prix. For Invictus Racing League, the F3 League on the PlayStation platform, brought to you in partnership with gridphone.com. Try and get those words right. Ruddo is in first. Well done to him. 3 wins on the bounce. Nigel Gash, first podium of the season. Well done to him. He deserves that after all the struggles he's had this season. Well done to him. JBH, you are a Drivers' Championship winner. And I will say it again when he's in the commentators box. JC Bat, unlucky for him. He finished up in 4th. Cost in 5th. Matty Rudd, well done to him actually. He's in 6th place. Polytrev 7th. Ovic Red 8th. Jolly in 9th. Darrell in 10th. Jack in 11th. F1 Richard 12th. Towel 13th. FRO Stephen in 14th. Bruce Lee, hard luck on him. He's in 15th place. Spud in 16th. Svillers 17th. Every Pancakes 18th. Mikey 19th. And Melanade or Melanado. So Melanade, Mikey, Eric Pancakes have all had the DNFs during that race. What a race.
Yeah, what a race we got. Yeah. We had. We already mentioned it, but apart from this weird second safety car, but well done to GPH. Well-deserved title, that's for sure. But I mean, he will have time to think, but next year, I mean, if they decide to continue the championship, maybe we'll see the Rudo brothers in the same team, and it will be something to watch. That's for sure. So, Malc, I'm letting with the interview. I got to go, but see you next week.
No worries, mate. Thanks for that, Max. Thank you so much for that. We will get the top 3, but cheers, Max. We'll see you next week for round 13 as well. So be right back, guys, for the interviews. We'll be right back. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League, on the PlayStation platform, brought to you in partnership with Gridfire.com. And I tell you what, unfortunately, Max could not carry on with us. He always has to shoot off after the race. Unfortunately, I would have liked to hear his thoughts of the overall of the race, but that race, there was so many talking points, and I will say that. But you had great overtakes, you had great battles, and then you had one of two great safety car moments, but then you got another safety car that was glitched out unexpectedly. So I don't know if it was because of the issues with the cars from the other drivers, I don't know. But before I start with the commentating of the questions, there has been a few incidents that I've seen on stream from watching it. Especially the safety car restart turn 1, I think that was a bit manic. You can't win a race in the first corner, but you can always lose it. And that will have to be checked by stewards. That will have to be checked with some of the incidents that's happened, because it just needs to be careful. It was a great race overall, but you need to be careful with the situations as it happens. So, we've got the top 3 drivers. We've got Ruddo, 4th podium in a row, 3 wins on the bounce. He's the man on form. He's on fire at the minute. Shame he didn't start the season. I said before I started the stream. Again, he was just unbelievable. You got Nojgash, his first podium of the season. After all the struggles that he's had this season with incidents galore and mistakes from his side as well as the driver's side as well, from other drivers' side. Sorry, I had to say that properly. On that, and then also JBH, who I'm going to talk to him last, because even though he got 3rd, he has confirmed the drivers' champion. I'm sure the drivers and everyone else will be joining in a moment too for his congratulations as well. So Ruddo, how you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm all right. Yeah,
you're all right.
Good. So firstly, well done, Jordan, on the title.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job. He did an absolutely fantastic job. But I know I said this to you earlier on before we started. But do you think, had you started the season or a week or two in this season, do you think you would have put your money against JPH for the title with your performances at the moment?
It's difficult to say. So in another league that we do, like myself, Jordan, Jack, Lee, Matty, Rudd are all pretty close. That went all down to the last round. So I'd like to think I'd give him a run for his money. But yeah, obviously I've had a couple of good results since I've joined this league.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's very difficult to find out what's going to happen from that perspective. But yeah, it's just been absolutely insane with the races that you've had, and you've done a fantastic job with the momentum. Do you think you're going to keep going for the next 3 races, or do you think there will be a point where I've got to stop getting podiums? The rate is going.
I'm gonna keep going. I think I said last week that even though I've won, they've not been by a big margin. So I think it just comes down to probably I'm a bit more consistent. There's a few people that make mistakes and have a spin. I think Jack had a spin today, JC Bat had a spin today. Both of those guys would have pushed us all the way to the end. Do feel a little bit rubbish about the whole safety car glitch, because I think it benefited me. I know that Cost and Matty were in front and they boxed thinking, it's a good time for the safety car, but then lost all that time. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but from then on it was a case of just managing the gap and playing about with Bruce, I think, for a little while.
Yeah, I think what happened was there was a few cars who had weird issues at the start finishing line straight. I don't know why, I don't know how, but they always crash or lost their front wing at the start finishing line straight, and then when you even lose the front wing, the virtual safety car come out. Now I said I thought it was a virtual safety car, but it turns out it was turned into a full safety car, which was a bit bizarre. at that stage. But yeah, that's what's happened on a few occasions for some of the drivers. So I don't know what actually happened because I didn't catch it on stream. But the drivers need to be careful next time. I know I said that on the stream. It's very easy to say as a commentator's point of view, but it's very difficult as a driver because I haven't driven for ages, to be honest. So I can't really moan or anything like that at all. But Ruddo, well done for you. You are a Brazil winner of the Grand Prix itself, and we're on to round 13 next week. So long could it be your last question actually, fourth win on the bounce next week, or do you think that's too much to say?
Who knows? Who knows? I hadn't driven Brazil on this game up until earlier this week, and then but I've done Abu Dhabi, and it didn't go very well for me last time. So we'll see. We'll try and improve on that, but we'll give it a go. And it's good that Nitro Gash is up there as well. He's had a good race, showed really good pace actually. It had me worried after the virtual safety car, and he was getting into a second, but I had enough ERS left just to get down the straight.
Yeah, so wait and see how everything plans out. But you've done a great job tonight, whatever happens, and you've done a fantastic job. And I wish you all the very best of luck for next week at Abu Dhabi for round 13.
Thank you, mate.
Congratulations as well. Nitro Gash. I ain't going to hear that for many, many years, to be fair, in the F3 race. But I have in the Realism Performance League. And well done for you, Nitro. You got yourself second place, but it's your very first podium. Now, that was a stellar. That's the old Nitro that we know. And how did that feel?
Yeah, great. I love this track. It's one of the OG tracks, isn't it? I'm always a fan of them. So yeah, I felt good in practice when I practiced earlier, and then I didn't really know about my pace compared to the others, obviously, but qualifying went well, and then started off, managed to get around the first couple of laps, and then I had a bit more pace, and Trev, and him being the teammate that he is, he let me go. And then just hung on to them guys. But as Ruddo said, I think, that glitch with the safety car sort of changed the race a bit. I was hanging on to him for a while, and then I had a wobble towards the end as well after the virtual safety car, so I was like, you know what, I haven't done anything all season, so I might as well just keep second. But his pace is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you've done a stellar of a job, whatever happens. And I said this on the stream, I said this to a few of the drivers, like, you've been really unlucky this season because of other drivers' mistakes or your mistakes, like personal mistakes. But overall, you've had rotten luck up to now. You had rotten luck, and do you feel like that's stopped now, or are you just taking it one race at a time still?
Just taking it one race at a time, really. Yeah, like you say, it has been, but you know what it's like. I mean, you've raced with me long enough to know that, like, some seasons nothing goes right, and then the next season everything goes right. You just got to, just the way it is, isn't it? But no, hopefully things improve. The last couple of races we've got left, 3 is it? I think we've got left.
Yes, yeah.
I'm not a fan of Abu Dhabi, never have been. Miami, I'm not too sure about, and then I like Canada. Another favourite. So yeah, I mean, I'm just going to enjoy myself for the last 3 races. There's no need to sweat it.
Yeah.
But yeah, big shout out to my mate again, who's watched again from home. He's hopefully going to be round soon, so it could be back having my engineer back.
He did say, I forgot to mention it because he was your supporter, shall we say. He did say, evening gents, recovering post-treatment well, so hopefully in a couple more weeks I'll be back in my place watching next to Nitro. Let's hope he manages to go contact-free today. That was a massive boost to hear that from,
it'll be in my chair of despair, and I'll be in my
anger driving. Can I ask you one more question before you shoot off, mate? I know I said this to Pi Trev, and you probably think I've probably answered your question earlier on, but do you feel like you've not hit second gear, or did you feel like you was at second gear? Like to challenge JBH, like to get yourself ahead into the driver's standings, or do you feel like there was some inconsistencies that's cost you a good position this season?
Yeah, it's more just, like I said, it's inconsistencies in some ways, it's mistakes from me, and then you get involved in stuff rather than missing it. Do you know what I mean? But all credit to JPH. He's had a fantastic season, so he's a deserving champion. But that's what you got to do. You got to keep yourself clean, keep yourself consistent, and that's how you win.
Absolutely. And I had to say that because I had to be fair to your other teammate of Pojo, because I felt like your teammate was not hitting first gear as well as yourself, because I know you guys have been here for a very long time, so I was a bit surprised that you guys didn't hit that third gear or fourth gear into the title race, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, well, I didn't start off well by missing a couple of races, but I wasn't there, I was away, so
but in general though,
isn't it? Yeah. I mean, I think we could have done better as a team and individually, but these things happen, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. But Nitro, I won't keep you long because I know you're eager to get yourself some champagne moments for you finishing your first podium of the season in F3. Well done for you, mate. You've done a stellar job, and I'll catch you later. All right, well done, mate.
Yeah, cheers, mate, and well done to the other two guys on the podium. Cheers.
Nice one. And
Cheers,
can I just say, and I'm sure the guys will be absolutely clapping their hands right now. There we go. We've finally got one that's kicking off, or maybe two. We never know. JBH.
Jordan's clapping himself.
Yeah, he probably is. He's enjoying it now. JBH, aka Jordan, he is your F3 champion this season, and what a stellar of a drive. Well done for you, mate. Even though you got third tonight, and you was under a lot of pressure from some of the drivers of JC Bat who's trying to catch up to you, but surely that's your weight gone off now. You've won the title. How do you feel?
Yeah, it brings a smile to my face because obviously, firstly, congrats to Rodo and Nitro on first and second. There was no way I was going to be able to even get close to him. But yeah, it certainly brings a nice smile to my face. And
nice smile. It's a grin, an absolute grin smile, wasn't it?
I wasn't, well, I mean, as you know, Malc, obviously we started off the season with me and Bruce 1-2 and then picked up a few victories. And like I say to Rado and that, I wasn't expecting this sort of position in terms of even fighting for the title. I was looking for possibly a top 5, top 3 area.
Fair enough.
But yeah, luckily it's come quite nice and it's just been consistent. Obviously, gotta thank Bruce as well. He's helped me a little bit, especially when we've been on different strategies and I've been on the quicker tire. He could have easily probably stopped me on a few occasions, but as we worked quite nicely as a team together this season, which has also helped our cause and also getting the constructors, which is a even better feeling. Considering it's kind of like a bit of a family pairing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know you two have been working your socks off to get your not only for either one of you to get the drivers' championship, because I wasn't sure which one of you two would have got it by the way that you started. I was looking at the stats and I'm surprised I didn't notice this until recently. McLaren team had a podium each up to round 9, which was the USA Grand Prix, where you and Bruce never had a podium, but then you got the trend back to 10-11, which is the Mexican and the Australian, which is sealed, and also the 12th of the Brazilian Grand Prix. So that's going to kick yourself, where you had a McLaren team driver at least a podium this season. That would have been insane, to be honest. So
yeah, that would have been pretty mental. But I think USA, I mean, even Bruce admitted, USA is probably one of our weak points in terms of circuits.
Yeah,
we don't really like it that much, and so I think the fact we got both got points in that race, we were quite happy with.
Fair enough. And quick one, mate, before we shoot off. Actually, 2 questions. I know I said this to Rudder. If he had started the season, would it have been a different story? From your point of view, would it have been a different story?
Personally, yes, because I know how quick Ruddo is, and I know how consistent he is. He doesn't make many, if at all, any mistakes. So okay. I think it would have been a very different picture.
Oh, okay.
In that respect, so I know how good he is in this car, and he's only got better as the seasons have gone on, especially in terms of the other racing we do together. He's just kept getting better and better in terms of that one.
Fair enough. And one more. Do you feel like the other drivers didn't get into that next gear, or did you felt like you was very lucky with the consistency that you had at the start of the season since the first half?
I think it's a bit of both, really.
Okay.
I mean, obviously there's a couple of drivers who I wouldn't necessarily say they didn't get into second gear. It's more a case that they probably just made a few mistakes, which obviously hindered them. And as soon as you get like 3-4 non-scoring rounds in this league, it's quite hard to catch those back up, especially if not everyone's doing it. So it's a tough league because of how competitive it is in that respect. So a little bit lucky the fact that others have made mistakes, but it's just about capitalising when they do at the end. And luckily, I was on the clean side and managed to get away with most of the carnage that happened behind.
Absolutely. And JBH, I'm going to say this. I'm not saying GBH, sorry, JBH. It's my pronunciation. Always gets it wrong all the time. But from your perspective, mate, what a fantastic season, and we've still got 3 more races left to go. So we hope to see you get more points than ever before, and we'll see how all plans out throughout the season, throughout the next 3 races. And well done to McLaren. I know I said at the start of the recession that they were sealed pretty much, and it is confirmed that it is properly sealed with the constructors. So well done to JBH and also to Bruce Lee Hardley for their remarkable season in the McLaren. It was just insane in the membrane type stuff as well. Absolutely insane. And different stories could have been different situations, but the way you see at the minute is the McLaren team are absolutely jubilant in the garage. And now I'm sure JBH will be doubly delighted because he is now the drivers' champion. So well done to him. Well done, mate. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Nice one. Can I just say thank you to Ruddo, Nitrogash and JBH for their top 3 finishes. Well done to them. That was the stellar of a drive from those 3. Reens, I forgot to say to Ruddo actually. Reens did say Ruddo seems like a future star for F3 and possibly F2. I'm going to say F2. I think I'm going to say F2.
Yeah.
I'm going to say F2.
I'd like to get into F2. I'm hoping that the pace is good enough at F2 for next year. So you
never know.
Jordan and I be racing again next year.
Yeah, who knows? But can I just say thank you to the guys in the top 3. For the final time of asking, please make sure you like, subscribe to the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel for all the live race itself. We are aiming for at least 10 likes tonight, guys. We're aiming for at least 10 likes. Will be a massive help to myself, Malc and Max for your commentary for this evening, as well as the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel. Hit that like button. That's all I ask. Just hit that like button. I don't ask for much. But yeah, cheers for that, guys. We're going to shoot off. If you want to see more live racing, there is the Brazilian Grand Prix for tomorrow for the final time of asking for the Realistic Performance League for round 12 before we hit Abu Dhabi for next week. So Realistic Performance League tomorrow night at 8 p.m. I'll be in the commentary box again. Tim won't be there, unfortunately, due to personal reasons again. So we might see JPH, all being well. If not, we might see another commentator join me tomorrow night for the Realistic Performance League. Cheers for that, guys. I'm going to shoot off. Hope you all have a fantastic evening, and see you all soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.